Every once in a while, we come up with a new COD history topic, and that's what we have today. Call of Duty maps come in many shapes and sizes throughout the years. There have been a bunch of maps that became fan favorites because of their smaller size, faster pace, extremely high number of potential kills you can get. What is up, everybody? Jimmy or Chaos. Today, we're going to go over the 10 best slayout maps in COD history. It's all about the Slay Day today, so you let me know which of these maps you get the most excited for when they pop up in the pregame lobby. Drop a like on the video. And at number 10, Shoot House in Modern Warfare 2019. Shoot House was a big deal when it was added to Modern Warfare's DLC. When it launched, there wasn't a proper slayout map in the 6v6 multiplayer rotation. Shoot House was a change of pace. It was what we all wanted. Not only was it the fastest map in the game by a landslide, it was also one of the smallest even after all the DLC maps ever released, and it complemented a ton of different playstyles. The snipers, they locked down the middle lane. The rushers, they took to the side lanes, and there was even a couple connecting paths that encouraged flanking and creative routes from place to place. Shoot House was a great map for Modern Warfare, and even though some people got burned out on it really quick since it was really the only good map in the game for a couple months, I think it's a slayout map. I think it deserves to be on today's list. At number 9, Kill House in COD 4. Kill House was one of the only DLC maps released for Call of Duty 4, and it later returned in other games like Modern Warfare Remastered, COD Mobile, Modern Warfare 2019. Did you actually play the OG version, though? This map takes place in a military shooting range. You have to weave in and out of the wooden cover pieces, mock buildings, get a drop on the players, or you could try to get up on top of the second story of some of the fake buildings and rain fire down on enemies, although you then run the risk of getting popped in the head from across the map, because if you did choose to get up on top of one of the structures, basically the entire map had line of sight on you, so you really had to be careful and use this strategy sparingly. It was the inspiration for Modern Warfare Shoot House, but I think it was slightly better because of the more balanced layout and the lack of the middle, we'll call it the kill lane, like Shoot House has. I know some people love having a kill lane, I just didn't. At number 8, Babylon in Black Ops 6. Some people really hate how chaotic this map is, but I think it's actually growing on me. I loved it in the beta, and I'm kind of loving it now. Square map. I mean, it's basically a big donut. On the outside, you have a flanking route, and on each of the 4 sides of the square-shaped inner room, there's this little staircase up to the Thunderdome where the B flag is for domination. Babylon gets absolutely insane with people diving around corners, sliding up and down the middle staircases, doing their best to lock down one of the 4 corners, and trying to pick people off as they flank around to the other side of the map. Call me crazy, but I love Babylon. I love it. It's some of the most fun you could have in Black Ops 6 right now. It is. Certainly doesn't hurt that you can rack up 50 to 60 kills pretty consistently here in Objective Most. Even your boy can get 40 or 50 on this map. That's saying something. At number 7, Dome in World at War and Vanguard. Dome was the smallest map in WoW, and then it was brought back virtually unchanged as a launch map in Vanguard, and you know what? Both versions were good. Aside from having some awesome vibes and some pretty interesting landscapes, Dome is just really well designed for a map. It could challenge your reaction time over and over again. If you were playing the war mode back in the day, you knew how crazy this got. An artillery strike on this map would completely wipe out half of the play area. It would turn the remaining safe zone into this total cluster, and it was fun. If you saw somebody iron sight sniping on this map, you had to tip your hat to them. I mean, yeah, the only way to do well on Dome was simply be good enough to prove yourself over and over and over again. At number 6, Stakeout in Black Ops 6. Super small map in Black Ops 6. Takes place in an apartment building, basically the Call of Duty equivalent of when you used to run around your house with your friends and shoot each other with Nerf guns. Insanely close quarters, virtually impossible to play the map slowly, but that was part of the reason why so much of the community loved it. There was even a Stakeout 24/7 playlist for a while, and the entire community revolted when Treyarch took it out of the rotation. They didn't revolve, they revolted. Stakeout's an awesome map. Even though it's definitely on the chaotic side of things as opposed to being the crazy but controlled kind of map, I think it's a ton of fun. You can get a lot of kills and domination here. This is definitely the epitome of a slayout map. At number 5, Dome in Modern Warfare 3 2011. This is one of the most remade maps in COD history. Modern Warfare 3's Dome is relatively a large map for this video, but it's still on the smaller side when compared to everything else in COD history. Solid 3-lane map, creative ways in and out of each main route, enough space in between the spawn points, you rarely get screwed over with the bad spawn, despite the pace of the map being high. There was even some nice aspects of verticality if you managed to get up to the center structure in one piece, although that would make you vulnerable to getting shot from basically every angle imaginable. So it was a very high risk, but super high reward, kind of like you getting on the top of Rust in Modern Warfare 2. Dome returned in several other Call of Duty games under several different names, but it's always been one of the best maps in whatever game it shows up in. I think it's one of the best layout maps in COD history. It was hard not to get excited back in the Modern Warfare 3 days when this map showed up on the voting screen. At number 4, Payback in Black Ops 6. Now, when BO6 dropped, I made a video of my 10 favorite maps, and I believe, you can fact check me, I think I put Payback at the top. We're a couple months in, I still have it up there. I think it's the best map in the game. Payback is a lot of fun. You got super tight design, fighting inside. You have the discovered safe house, getting up in people's faces at a moment's notice, allows you to blast through enemies like butter. And even though the grenade spam can get pretty brutal in objective base modes like Dom and Hardpoint, which is what I play a lot of, this, I mean, it's kind of the point of a slayout map. Payback isn't the smallest map in Black Ops 6, not even close. But I think when it comes to super high, fast-paced, high-kill maps, I think it's the best of the bunch. There's something about the way it flows really well compared to other Black Ops 6 maps, at least in my opinion. It's really complemented by all the new movement mechanics. Now we get into the top 3. This is for all the Slayers out there. Tell me your highest kill on each one of these maps. Rust in Modern Warfare 2, 2009. Rust has appeared a few times throughout Call of Duty history, but no version will ever top the original. It was the second smallest map in COD history at that time, second only to Shipment from COD 4. It was a go-to place for everything. Salty 1v1s with the intervention if you wanted to go for it, but it was also a place to go for absolutely insane matches of domination or headquarters where you could consistently rack up 50 kills plus every match. It's been remade a couple of times, but the layout, it never really peaked higher than it did in the original version where the gameplay actually complemented the insane map design and the constant threat of a Harrier strike or a chopper gunner looming overhead as you ran around looking for as many kills as you could possibly get. Remember the insane hype that would blast through your speakers if somebody actually managed to get a nuke on this map? Those were the days. At number 2, can't be a slayout map list without Nuketown, right? It's the only map to have appeared in every single Black Ops game to date, and even though we all say we're burnt out on it every single year, then we go play Nuketown 24/7 playlist, and then we ask ourselves, why are we doing this? Such a classic map. It's become iconic in the world of first-person shooters. Not just COD. 3 straightforward lanes. All have their own distinct approaches. Middle Street's complete fight pit. You know it. I mean, it comes to each version of Nuketown. I'm going to say that I prefer the Black Ops 2 version. I know most people love the original. I get it, even if the spawns were a little bit easy to exploit. Black Ops 3 had the bigger, more vertical version of it. Still super popular. Now Black Ops 6 has a near-perfect recreation of the original from 2010. So you let me know. What's your favorite version of Nuketown in the comments? But I think it deserves a number 2 spot, regardless of what your answer is. And at number 1, the best layout map in COD history, hands down, Shipment. It's the ultimate get 100 kills in a match map. It is. I'm really talking about every version of Shipment. It doesn't matter, because even though there's a ton of ups and downs in terms of quality of the map design, every single version of Shipment has been the go-to place for ranking up as quickly as possible. The original COD 4 version, probably the best in terms of layout. A lot of people consider Shipment 1944 from COD World War II to be top tier. Modern Warfare 2019 version, hefty redesign. Then it became a tradition for each new Call of Duty game to have a slightly different version of it, but it was always the fastest playing map in the game, and it was always the camo grinder's best friend. So down in the comments, let me know which version of Shipment is your favorite and what is your all-time kill record on this map. Let me know one layout map that did not get any love today that it should have, and I'll see you guys soon.